Hello, friends. Happy Tuesday. It is us back again, your favorite girls from the Wine and Chocolate Show. My name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
And I am Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet, and you are watching Just the Sip, where we come and give you a little taste throughout the week before we give you the big gulp every Sunday. Oh man, how's today tasting for you, man?
Hi, Derica. Hi. It is Tuesday. It's still the beginning of the week. It's going. I'm here. Amen. Amen. How are you?
It's tasting like vindication. Okay. It's
Mm.
tasting like victory.
Okay. Okay. Is it
It's
because of the
tasting
topic?
like I told you so.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
today's been good. Oh, I set up my table. Shout out to Timu. If y'all didn't give me nothing defective, now I ain't gonna lie. Nigga. When I
Come on, Timu.
first unpacked that table, the parts it seemed simple enough. And then why did they give me one sheet of instructions with 3 steps? And the shit was grainy and I could barely read it. It looked like it was copied 50 times over. And so I'm looking like, okay,
Timu
like, so
said these are Timu instructions also.
my God. And so then I finally kind of figured out from the picture. And then I started to panic because it seemed like it might have been just a millimeter too long. So,
Oh
like, because
no.
the holes weren't exactly matching up. And I was like,
Uh,
come on, dog. All I want is just to put it
it's my
a
regular
little
table.
cheap, little cheap little table, child. But I got it together. It's cute. It's small. I wish it was maybe just a hair taller.
Mhm.
But other than that, it's gonna serve its purpose, for
That's
like you
right.
already know, but I live in a studio space and I did that purposefully because I wanted to feel constricted so I would feel forced to get out of the house, feel forced to do more. And then when I am here, I can actually treat this as a creative space that I just happen to sleep at,
That's
so I just wanted to do that. So, but when the piano left, I was like, it's actually a nice amount of room in here. Kind of need to fill it up. So
yeah.
that on my table, I got my click clack coming because the one that I wanted to order came back in stock. So
Hmm.
after this, I'm gonna go run to the back, put that shit up in the cart,
Okay.
and get my shower head. So far so good. So far so good.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, I'm excited to get into these topics for today. We can be filling up our excuse me, our what's the word? I don't know. We just fill up with the content and the information, and we're giving the people all the fun things. We can start off with Brandy. Okay, so this thing that you sent me says we owe Brandy an apology, and I agree. Honestly, what was happening with Brandy was really just that was a little ridiculous.
And
Too,
it's not even so much that it's people owe her an apology for how they've been acting
yeah,
since this story has dropped, or I
yes,
guess since she has spoken her piece about, because like baby, this is like an Aaliyah R. Kelly situation. It was like not unknown. It was very quiet, open secret. You know what I'm saying? It was an open secret type of shit. So, but it
very. This
just
is happening in the family type bullshit.
yeah, or
Hmm.
like, oh, that's just what happens in the industry. Like, people go with these narratives and it just, boy, the train is never late for you fucking victim blaming, shaming, no accountability taking ass motherfuckers. When I tell you they couldn't wait to call Brandy fast, they couldn't wait to say, oh, she knew what she was doing. Oh, you don't think that that's how these things don't go? He could have had any woman, but well, why he want to do this? Like people's reasoning,
It's
like
projection. It's such projection.
oh,
Like
the
putting that on a little
projection
girl.
upset me.
You, sir, you.
So yeah, it just the internet did its thing, and so this clip here Or what this is here, I'll just read it. They owe Brandy an apology. Fans revisit Adina Howard's unsung episode, calling 16-year-old Brandy a young lady amid their love triangle with Wanya Morris. Fans are buzzing after resurfacing a 2019 unsung clip where Adina Howard refers to 16-year-old Brandy as a young lady while talking about their overlapping relationship with Wanya of Boys to Men. In her new memoir, Phases, Brandy opens up about that period in her life, confirming the relationship with Morris began when she was just 16 and he was 22. Fans reacted strongly to the resurfaced clip. They owe Brandy an apology. She was a child. Can you scroll down? Adina was the adult in the situation and handled it wrong. If this had been a 22-year-old woman and a 15-year-old boy, people would lose their minds. Thoughts. Now, before you play the clip, I remember watching this episode like, huh? Because I like it was never confirmed, right? It just always was a rumor that they had dated, but people like kind of shut it down. And I never saw the Breakfast Club interview with this man. Just him and Han, they all in there just kikiing about, she was old enough to get it. That phrase alone should tell you what kind of motherfucker. That's like when Torre asked R. Kelly, do you have any teenage friends? And this nigga said, well, what is teenage? They're telling you what it was. And he keeps saying, well, I was young too. So there's a thing called Romeo and Juliet. You're muted. I can't hear you, baby.
You're not that young, sir.
Okay, because yes, in the context, you were a young man. You were 22. However, you were old enough to know fucking somebody in high school was probably not on the list of things you should be doing. So there is a Romeo and Juliet clause in most states that, like, if two people are minors when they first start dating, and then one of those people become 18 and that person is still underage, technically that cannot be considered statutory rape, right? However, you were 22, world famous, grown, fucking a very grown woman whose all her persona was about freaking. This lady had to get a divorce because her husband couldn't handle all the freaking. Okay, this is a highly sexual woman. And you want to play games with a virginal 16-year-old? Greed.
And really, shame also on you, Adina Howard. Also, shame on you. Okay, he very much the bad guy in this situation, but you, ma'am, you also play a part in this because you're grown as fuck too. Why the fuck are you even playing these type of games?
Soon as you found out he was fucking a child girl, because see
all attraction would have went out the window.
Club, if she can't legally buy no fucking E&J, did she a motherfucking kid, nigga? Like y'all out here bumping and grinding and fucking butterflying and 1 2 3 and shit. Y'all like the Freaknik. Y'all was old enough to be at the Freaknik. That girl could be at the motherfucking Freaknik. She's not supposed to be there. And you did that because she was wide-eyed and bushy-tailed and believing in things, and she was also trained and under.
That cat ain't been popped,
huh?
But when the cat ain't been popped, you are lusted over by everybody.
Because she did say in the book that he kept saying, "I can't believe my girlfriend's 16." Like he had like said that like repeatedly, and she was like, at the time, like I didn't know where that thought was coming from, but like now as an adult, I clearly know where that thought is coming from. So anyway, we're gonna wrap up with all that. We're gonna play this clip from Adina.
But as Adina began working on her second album, she found other ways to get into trouble, thanks to a liaison with Wanya of Boys to Men, who at the time was dating Adina's platinum-selling label mate, Brandy.
Wanya met Adina, and it's on and popping. When you meet Adina, it's on and popping.
Two young ladies allowed their egos to get in the way and were kind of...
I'm sorry. Bitch, no. Bitch, no. Not two young ladies. Brandy was the young lady.
You are a young woman. Okay.
Ooh.
Going through about a guy.
And that conflict caught the attention of Adina's and Brandy's label exec, Sylvia Rohn.
There probably was an exchange of words for Adina not to focus on Wanye because we're focusing on the second record and to focus mainly on that and not him.
Wendy Williams caught wind of it, called Adina, and Adina opened up like she normally would, except for she had some choice words in there for Sylvia and for Brandy. Well, that pissed Sylvia off. She was on fire.
You can be a boss on your record, but don't be a boss to the boss that makes your records or pay you to make your records.
You know, you got two queens in one castle. The one who writes the check is going to win.
As a result, the release date for Adina's album was delayed indefinitely.
I said something very inappropriate about the head of the label, and she pulled up the emergency brake, shut everything down.
As she should had. As she should have, because bitch, she tried to tell you, you need to be paying attention to the man, or excuse me, you need to be paying attention to your work and not paying attention to the man, because this all looks fucking crazy. So then you take your black ass to Wendy Williams. You take your black ass to Wendy Williams. And not only, instead of just focusing on your record, you want to bring this bullshit up. And then you want to bring me into it? Oh, no. See, this is why you didn't go nowhere, Adina. This right here. This is why it stopped at, what the fuck was it? So I Creek. What was it? What was the song, Adina? What was it? A freak, Simone and a freak. That's why all that no, we didn't get no more of that, because bitch, you've lost your freaking mind, okay? Because what the fuck? Don't bring up this pedophilic-esque bullshit, okay? And then you want to bring me into it when I'm just trying to help you. You're that digmatized. Please, let this be a lesson to you women. It is never that deep.
Nope.
If that nigga want to fuck you, he will still fuck you, even if you trash him publicly. Okay? A lot of these men do not care about that shit. Do not fuck up your bag for no man. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, because at the end of the day, she the head of the label. Like, you think she ain't seen this shit before? You think she ain't, like, because of Sylvia Rohn, we have hip hop as a viable commercial genre. Like, because people don't know, like, she's the one that signed the Sugar Hill Gang, and like, she's the one that really set this hip hop R&B, this type of shit in motion, right? This lady didn't see it, okay? So she's telling you with your young, because that's the thing, everybody in this situation was young and fucking dumb and
young and full of cum,
and short-sighted and greedy and arrogant. You know what I'm saying? It's like nobody was really trying to understand what was going on. Granted, there was a person that was being manipulated, but you other two motherfuckers
grown.
What
you wait too young.
Y'all grown enough, she was old enough to get it. You're old enough to understand what the fuck you did.
Yeah.
So what the fuck are we talking about? Period. So yeah, you, and just back to the internet, you sick bitches. I get so upset. Like, what the hell does that mean? Okay, I just get so upset because it's like, y'all cannot wait to say some shit is somebody's fault. Like, and what grinds my gears is that when these women get online, they proclaim to be victims of sexual assault. They proclaim to be victims of this, that, and the other. And they either, quite frankly, revel in it and say, like, I'm being better because of it. Or they use that, as you said, projection to be like, well, nobody cared about when it was happening to me, so why the fuck should I care about it happening to you? And then there gets this over empathetic feelings towards the victimizer, and it's like, it just absolves all of the
Them of
responsibility of
any.
them doing that to said person. Like, no, it happened to you, so you need to make it better. You need to make it make sense. Like, what the fuck? It's the same shit that happened with Megan when she got shot. It's like, bitches, what could? Oh, I hope somebody loved me that much. Like, what's her face? Big face. We're gonna talk about that bitch too. Big face. Moneybag Yo girlfriend. What the fuck is her name?
Oh, Ari.
Yeah, when she was coming out talking about she don't care, people getting abused, and talking about it, he had to teach me that you don't actually have to put your hands on me to love me, and like these are damaged ass people who are upset that anybody is receiving any type of empathy on a public scale because nobody cared
And
about it.
especially a woman. And especially a woman. Because don't get me wrong, you got your girls out here that do the things like the girl that she tried to accuse Kai Cenat's friend or whatever, but it came out that she was extorting him and all these things. Like, of course, you have those situations, right? But when you have okay, and then when you have these real situations, it's like the doubling down of just wanting to be an asshole because of one little situation that you know about that. And really, quite frankly, let me not say it like that because I don't want to victim blame. But anyway, saying that to say, like, most of the time when it's a woman, it's like they try to hurry up. Like, there's no research done. Like, we don't wait to see what the fuck. It's like, no, this fast ass bitch and this and that. It's like, girl, it's really y'all. The men be fast, okay? That's really what we have, and that's the projection I'm talking about. Okay. Like, that girl fast, she just wants some dick. No, you wanted some dick.
Yeah.
Okay, you wanted some dick that bad. You was willing to put your integrity and your morals and everything like that on the line for a little popularity and a little, you know what I'm saying, stage presence.
And motherfuckers talking about she seduced him. Ain't no 14, 15, 16. Ain't nobody seducing nobody grown.
And okay, because bitch, even if I am walking around here in my short shorts, so
ain't nobody seducing you, you sick bitch. You're thinking things. You're
grown enough to turn the fuck away.
Because she said hi. Like
you do not want your dick sucked that bad, sir.
They do. They're just depraved. Just literally what sexual sex addiction. Like it's levels of sex addiction that people are experiencing out here.
I posted a video today that said, can everybody just calm the fuck down? Like, I would just really appreciate it if we could all just calm.
Now, was it about something specific, or you were just like, everybody just calm down?
No, bitch, I just want everybody to calm down. Honestly, like, it's like, Offset getting shot, Gucci getting kidnapped, getting arrested. Iran about to get blown up. I just don't want it anymore. Like, please, Jesus. Anyway.
You absolutely right, Derek. That's what they do. They say shit to justify, rationalize. Oh, well, you must have wanted it. Oh, you because ain't no way. Bitch, you're sick in the face.
Speaking of wanting it and sexual preferences, this tweet you said, I ain't worried about sexual preferences when I'm listening to music. So somebody said, bruh, he be swallowing hog. It just don't hit the same. Who we talking about?
We are talking about Isaiah Rashad. Now, this is for my hip hop folk. This is for my day one TDE people. Okay. So Isaiah Rashad is like the unspoken TDE member. He's like a special character. You know how you play a video game and you gotta like unlock a special character type shit. He that one, right? So the real fans of the label actually know who he is, like his music, have heard his albums, XYZ, right? A few years ago, there was a video. Actually, I'm not gonna say there was a video. He was a victim of revenge porn, and the revenge porn was him going down on another gentleman. And when I tell you, that nigga was a star. Okay.
Okay, come on now. They usually know how to do it better.
was-
I ain't gonna lie. Now that
after the initial shock of me seeing him suck a dick, I was like, he's sucking that motherfucker. I ain't gonna. He was sucking that motherfucker. He was
okay.
gobble gobble. He was
It
sucking
in
that
and okay.
You know, but of course, because the Black community and most notably the hip hop community is extremely homophobic. And this is after Lil Nas X and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So,
It's crazy.
you feel me?
Saucy Santana's out
Lil
here,
Nas X
Bobby's
was
out
already-
here.
Yeah, he was already pissing folks off, you know, the Jesus, all the things, right? So it just ignited this big firestorm, and then people were like, you know, do we draw a line in the sand and all this? It was like Riley, that nigga gay. It just was a bunch of Rileys everywhere. Nigga, you gay, nigga, you gay. It just was a bunch of that everywhere, right? And I felt so bad because he is such an awesome rapper. He is such a great artist, and I just didn't want the niggadom of it all to just derail his career. Like, before we get into this, I just personally want to say, we have got to stop fucking acting like people are not queer. There's very little such thing as a completely heterosexual person. That's why you have to understand the spectrum and fluidity, and sometimes, because, you know, it's kind of like that whole EJ situation, right, too? Like, you know, oh, I only like straight men, which I've seen a couple videos by other trans and gay creators that was like, help to contextualize it a little bit more, like what are the roles. They also talk about heteronormativity being induced into gay spaces and how that shit don't make sense, and it causes you to say shit like, I like straight men, or I like men who prefer women, because it's all that stuff, right? I'm not qualified enough to get into it. All I can say is stop judging motherfuckers like, what do sucking a dick got to do? Because let's keep it funky. Okay, now I can see if Isaiah Rashad was the type of rapper that was like, I kill niggas, if he was like a super thug,
Right.
drugs, and I fuck your bitch in the bed, like, you know, like, he said spicy shit, don't get me wrong, but he's not a street rapper. He's not a thug
He's not
rapper.
portraying a fake, like a gangster.
He never did that. If anything, because he's like kind of like country gangster art house, if we go on like country street art house type of shit. So he does a lot of I won't say the word ambiguous, but he does like a lot of abstract. There's a lot of abstract shit with his music. Great shit, right? So to me, I wouldn't even put this type of jacket on him. You know what I'm saying? About like, oh, I can't listen to that nigga music because he out here sucking dick. But I'm like, he was never that type. I mean, he never rapped about bi feelings or things like that, but he never put himself into a corner where he couldn't do that, or it would be like, oh, I'm so disillusioned that I've seen this. No, you're just homophobic. You're just a weird nigga that can't understand that, you know, sometimes there are some niggas that are actually bi. There are some niggas that are, you know, what's the term? I've just learned a new term called gynosexual. So gynosexual, because again, this is about to like go back to the EJ Justice shit. So a term like gynosexual means a person, a male, who is just attracted to femininity, no matter what form that it's in, right? So even if you are an effeminate man, I like that you have that. You're a trans woman, you might not be a full woman, but you are woman enough. I like that, you know. So there are some people that are like that. There are also some people that are like, you know, I only have a sexual attraction to a person I feel something about. Like, I may be heterosexual 80% of the time, but there's that little 20% slither, like certain type of nigga, like, you know, might make me feel some type of way. I'm not gay per se, but, you know, I have an attraction to this type of man. That's why I'm saying this shit is so vast. This shit is so fucking wide. Like, it's it just is what it is. Like what you do with your body is one thing, but saying that I'm not gonna listen to this guy because he sucks a dick is just
Childish. It's
yeah,
childish.
it really
It's
is.
childish and it's immature.
It's stupid and it's childish. Sorry, that was my way.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of rappers that y'all listen to are gay. A lot of them.
If not,
They may
gay,
not-
they're at least open.
If they are not, they may not be out here getting exposed with sucking dick, but the dick is getting sucked. Okay. So I know that may come as a shock. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, it didn't do it. You learning that somebody got what does that go do other than you just don't agree with who they sleeping with? That don't do nothing to your ears. That ain't got nothing to do. It's zero to do with. Thank you. They're not ready for that conversation, Derica. Exactly. They're not ready to hear about. I mean,
Christy
D.O. Whisper, he
Nolan.
named a couple folks. Okay.
Christy Nolan's husband
Free
was
the
just
D.O.
out
Whisper.
here acting like a bimbo with titties under a t-shirt and pink pussy shorts. Like, folks
Girl.
got things going on, and that's another
That
thing.
y'all
I
don't know.
practice BDSM, but like just reading about it just really helped me understand that a lot of sexual proclivities just start from a thought. Maybe not always something happened to you or an action like somebody. No, just maybe one day you saw something and it just sparks something in you that arouses you. By the shame of religion and society, you say, I'm not going to express these things because people won't understand. Therefore, those people get so mad and so upset with actual out queer people because it's a jealousy. You wish you had enough pride and enough give a
Balls.
fuck yourself. Enough balls to be like, I don't give a fuck with nobody. That's why Saucy Santana is always gonna ruffle your motherfucking feathers. Because if Saucy Santana was a girl, he would have been and had a fucking career. Hello. He would have been and had a motherfucking career. And that he technically serves a need. But the thing is, like, he could have been like an extension of Big Frida. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a lane for all of this, but you niggas are so close-minded and judgmental, we can't get outside with our things.
Everybody does themselves a disservice, honestly, by being so judgmental, because that's exactly why nobody can be straight up with y'all. That's why you get lied to your face, honestly, because you can't handle the truth. Like you take the truth and then you just go fucking ridiculous with it and it just fucks up your mind and now you're just doing too much. But that's why at the end of the day, you will never truly know anybody. You will never be able to experience like real connection, because while you sitting up there with all that fucking judgment and all everything to say, what the fuck do you be doing? You be doing all type of shit in your darkness.
Ooh.
Oh, well, because whatever, it's not the 7 deadly ones or whatever the fuck. Bitch, I don't want to hear that shit. It's an excuse to be an asshole. And that's why, again, nobody's ever going to really take you serious or tell you the truth or be honest with you, and you're just going to be stuck in your little bubble thinking, oh yeah, I know exactly who this person is and I listen to this person. Whole time you're still being exposed to the bullshit you talking about you want to be exposed to. Girl, bye. Just bye.
So just to wrap this up, my nigga Isaiah Rashad, new album comes out May the 1st.
We're gonna play it extra like we did Not Like Us, because fuck that shit.
I was gonna do this shit already because I knew you niggas was on bullshit. So he was gonna get 50-11 spins from me. Okay. So, and plus I already like this nigga's music. The House is Burning, Melodic Blue, and I want to say what was the third album? King's Disease from Nas, and Call Me If You Get Lost. I have all 4 of them albums playing that entire year on repeat. Okay, I've been in like this. That's how I found out about Doechii. Okay, I found out about Doechii through fucking Isaiah Rashad off of what you said. Because when she got on that track, that shit became hers. And then I saw the video, and I was like, "Oh, this bitch is a rapping Naomi Campbell. Sign me up, sign me up." So no, I will not allow you niggas, whichever one. Okay, I'm not gonna allow you niggas to deny me no good motherfucking music just because a man was out here. And then May 1st, It's Been Awful. That's the name of the album. Go stream it. Last point I'm gonna make. You motherfucking stunt queens get on my fucking nerves, bitch. Anybody that blackmails anybody with sexual material is a special type of punk ass bitch. And then we take it to the queer community where they're always trying to out some motherfucking body, but always want to have the rhetoric of like, don't out me. Well, you motherfuckers sit up here and you blackmail and see, this is why dating straights and all this shit, this is where it becomes a problem, because then you get into that Jules no situation. You know what I'm saying? You guys are chasing heterosexuality. You're chasing a certain type of sexuality offered because that man is forbidden to you because he exclusively dates women or whatever the fuck. And then you want to sit up on your high horse and be misogynistic to women and use this as a way to hurt women by outing these niggas that y'all be fucking in the dark and all this shit. So you did that because you know he is of some sort of fame. You did that because you thought that was going to ruin his fucking career. And it almost did. It almost worked. But thankfully, like that tweet you read, there are more niggas that are smarter than the program. There's going to be a few dissenters like who he was talking to. But for the most part, I am proud that I'm seeing more positivity about him coming out than negativity. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you motherfuckers that be releasing shit, because why'd you do that? What was the point? What the fuck was the point of you doing that? Like, you was mad at this nigga about something when he ain't returning your phone calls, when he started going back to fucking women again, and that made you mad? Like, whatever the fuck that was, if he owed you money, whatever the fuck, you could have took that to court or something, but you are a lame bitch for doing that. Like, when that shit hit the net, that was actually what made me mad the most. I didn't give a fuck about it. I said, why did you do that? Why the fuck did you do that? Like, what'd you get out of that, bitch? So that's my last point, because that's the thing that pissed me off the most. Don't be out here trying to expose no motherfucking body when you come from a culture of motherfucker or a community of motherfuckers that don't want to be exposed.
Don't expose nobody, nigga. Revenge porn is so fucking lame. Like, I hope you never get any more head. Like, honestly, you just never again. Okay, Drake's appeal in Not Like Us case slammed by legal scholars. It's dangerous. So I'll pull it up. I will pull up the tweet so in case there's anything else you want to talk about. Friend, do you want me to click this?
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
Okay.
So we're not gonna read all of it.
Yeah.
But I do just want to, highlight some points, because baby, when I tell you, this is the only time in my life I think I've ever been like semi-proud of the government. Because so y'all already know he lost the battle, he sued. This was already thrown out. Okay, this was already dismissed. The first judge told you, nigga, this was a rap battle. Okay? Right. You engaged, well, actually, you provoked it, told him what to say, engaged, and then lost. You cannot do that. I like how they kept putting that reasonable people. That phrase was so important. Reasonable people. Like, no, like, sure, we have murmurings and maybe we can think you like underage women, but like nobody was going out saying like, he needs to die, shit like that.
Well, nobody was actually like they're doing Kanye, like taking him away from shit because I think he's about to their little sister. Like, no.
No, it's just no, and we gonna get to that nigga, man. But yeah, it's like no, you engaged, you made this shit bigger than what it was. You're still dragging it. You have now appealed it, and now again, new people have to come in and re-explain the fucking battle and how this works and how you're not gonna continue with this. So I liked this. There was a one I had before here, but I feel like this has more kind of like juicier bits. So let's see. Is that the beginning?
No, this is the beginning up here. This is it right here.
Can you make it bigger? Yeah, okay. So I'm gonna kind of brush through whatever, but it says, thank you. It says legal scholars are harshly criticizing Drake's bid to revive his lawsuit over Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. This is per Billboard.com, by the way, arguing that he cannot sue after he consented to the war of words that litigation over rap lyrics is dangerous. Currently, Drake is appealing on an October ruling that dismissed his case, which accused UMG of defaming him by releasing Lamar's Grammy-winning diss track that tarred him as a certified PDF. Okay, kind of scroll a little bit because I want to see. Oh, here we go. Go up a little bit. So I like this quote, right? It says, quote, it says, suppose a self-assured boxer challenges the world champion to a prize fight, is knocked out on live television, and with bruised ego and body, files a lawsuit for battery. That lawsuit would fail on the outset for a simple but important reason. The challenger consented to the fight, and consent is a classic defense to an intentional tort. Tell them about me like a young girl. That's a gift from me. You literally told the nigga to say it because you already knew the narrative was out there about you, like about it. So in your mind, you thought you was gonna 8-mile yourself and get in front of the situation, and you only fucking made it worse. Okay, let me see. Says, having given consent to the rhetorical bout and having made his own bombastic claims about Lamar, i.e. his kids wasn't.
First of all, bombastic is hilarious.
Yeah,
I love that. You have made your own bombastic claim, bitch.
You said he was beating on his wife, and you said them kids wasn't his, and you was out here saying but
because he loves to forget that part. Nigga, what you said was fucked up too. What the fuck? It was bombastic.
You were saying that he got molested as a child because you didn't understand the fucking song. Like, you were out here just wild and crazy kids, okay? So it says Drake was not allowed to go to court when he lost, according to the professors. Lamar won in the court of public opinion, they say. Having lost in that forum, Drake turned to another. Okay, go down, because there's a part I'm hoping that they get to. January, malicious narrative. No. Okay. Go up. Maybe that might be it. Okay. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Says, with Drake currently appealing that ruling to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Second Circuit, outside groups are now weighing in on the case, a common step in high-profile legal battles. In addition to the Yale scholars, Friday also saw the filing of a separate brief from a group of scholars who have extensively studied the use of rap lyrics as evidence in criminal cases, a controversial tactic sometimes employed by prosecutors. Urging the judge to reject Drake's case, they warned that his approach would lend fuel to the fire. Drake's defamation claim rests on the assumption that every word of Not Like Us should be taken literally as a factual representation. This assumption is not just faulty, it is dangerous. When rap lyrics are admitted, it is because they are treated as literal. This in turn opens the door to racial bias and stereotypes in the courtroom. The brief signatories who wrote a book on rap lyrics in criminal cases, professors at the University of California, Irvine, who conducted widely cited empirical studies of rapping trials, and prominent professors from several other schools who have studied the issue. Diss tracks are an emblematic and long-standing feature of the history and cultural context of rap. They are understood by audiences, reasonable people, remember, audiences to not represent factual assertions about the opposing artist, but rather to demonstrate skill and dominance meant to build allegiance and win competitions through clever wordplay, hyperbole, bluster, and demonstrations of disrespect. Keep going, because I think it's going to end here. Both Drake and UMG already have filed their own briefs. The case will be argued before the appeals court, with a ruling expected at some point in the next year. An attorney for Drake did not immediately return for requests for comment. Is that the end?
Yeah.
Okay. So there was one part that somebody else covered, but I was to tie in that very last part. Drake has signed petitions about not being able to use rap lyrics in the court of law, only to turn around and say, hey, everything that guy said about me is true, and everybody thinks that it's true, and it's not true, and he hurt my feelings, and he's hurting my brand, and he's hurting my bag, and I think he should pay. And these white people have to come out here and put their best AI to work.
Understanding of niggas, the understanding of niggas prompt. Okay.
No, I was talking about the way that they wrote this brief. Like, this should sound like AI, but like,
but no, I'm saying they asked AI to help them. It was like, help us understand these niggas. Help us put this in a legal, contextual bombcast.
Because when these niggas said, we have done years of extensive
research.
Before you niggas even battled, we was saying, don't do this shit. What you're doing is dangerous. You're a fucking Karen. Oh, if y'all ever get a chance, there's a Black creator out there that made a video about about Drake and J. Cole being the same side of the white woman token. And I thought it was very good because it was like, so like she said, Drake is a true Karen, like call the police on, but J. Cole is a blue-haired liberal white woman. And I said, that makes, like, she was at the protest, she did a little thing, but that bitch will still call the cops on you. Like, I'm justice because she getting to it. So it was pretty good. But yeah, like, fuck you, Drake, for the millionth time, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck this lawsuit. How dare you make me side with the government? How dare you make me agree with whites? Because they somehow fucking understand that you're being a bitch. They're telling you in the most legal, positive. They're trying to tell
something that niggas did not need. Okay, we did not need this for white people, but they had to come in here and do it.
These white folks had to be like, hey, nigga, because now I feel like, hey, nigga, you're fucking up the game. Okay, Eminem would never, and this is why he's the GOAT.
Listen, and they like, bitch, first of all, rap battles make us entirely too much money. So you better calm down. You better, you're at a 10, bring it to a 2. Okay. That battle made everybody some money. What'd you say?
They even mentioned Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly, like, further on in the brief and shit. I was like, see, we put
like, if the white rappers can do it, yeah.
So yeah, fuck you, Drake. And I hope, I'm sure. Now, what I want is when this finally gets thrown out again, please dismiss this with prejudice. I don't
So
want
we
to hear
don't have
this
to
shit
hear
no
it
more.
no more. Jesus.
We don't want to hear you say nigga no more. We don't want to see this lawsuit no more. We don't even give a fuck about Iceman no more. Just get the fuck on. Go away. Go to Canada and get to eat, pray, love that niggas that take some ayahuasca. Do something with yourself.
Nigga, go speak to your son
Hey,
about integrity and morals. And
ass thing, I'm sick of you.
Ooh,
You why the fucking battle won't rest, nigga. Like that's why we still talking about this shit 3 years. We gonna talk about this shit next year, cause that's about time this
please,
bullshit gonna be over.
please.
And
We're
still ain't gonna get Iceman. Did I send you that video of DJ Academics?
the video of DJ Academics.
Damn.
No, I popped up everything that I had.
Damn it, I didn't send it. So just to keep this train going, this little bonus content. Also fuck you two academics. Nothing brings me more joy than seeing that nigga hurt. I know that's very unchristian of me, whatever. I'm working on it, I suppose. But him in particular, anytime, I'm willing to celebrate. So okay, this Iceman shit, right? So there's Ben Don, I believe is his name, is a streamer. And Ben Don is on stream with another creator, and he's talking about how him and Drake have been talking. And I've listened like 6 tracks off of Iceman. And I told him, I said, this shit cool, but like this shit for the girls, like, you need to come with the bars, you need to do this, that, and the other. And meanwhile, this is academics watching him say that. And when I tell you, he looks like a sad, dejected little puppy dog. He is just like, it's so, how like Steve Urkel was in love with Laura Winslow, and no matter what, and she was just like, go home, Steve. It's like, this nigga has been telling you to go home ever since that nigga told you dip off my life. Hey, yo, academics, dip off my life. He's never fucked with you. You've always been a sad, hanger-on puppy dog of this nigga, and he disrespects you with other streamers. He was doing that shit with Aiden Ross. You was in Aiden Ross's Bentley that nigga bought for him, and he is
ain't did nothing for you.
Nothing for you. Nothing for you but fucking early, late night text talking about you ain't tell me happy birthday. This man don't do shit for you. This man don't even like you. And yet you sit up here and you make concessions and you make excuses for this nigga. And then you want to sit up there and be sad that other niggas have access to him and you don't. And you his biggest fucking mouthpiece. That nigga don't like you. So the video, when I find it, I'll put it in here. But like the video, he just was a sad little bitch. I mean, and he did like this. But wasn't no tear, but it was just kind of like
Right, he had to hurry up and scratch. He had a little scratch.
But anytime. But I thought this part was kind of interesting because after that, he starts to talk about you need them songs. Like Ben Don, don't know what the fuck you talking about. Don't nobody want to hear you lyrical miracle shit. Don't nobody give a fuck. He's like, maybe you get like 1 to 3 songs about, the battle or whatever, your final thought. He said, but the rest of that shit need to be bangers. And I slightly agree with that little elf motherfucker. Like, you were never the guy. Let's just full stop. You were never the guy. The only person that was close was Cole. You were never the guy when it came to this lyric shit. You were never the guy when it came to this rapidy rap shit. Because all that shit, the mixtapes and all that shit they tried to tell me about you before you became commercial, you stole that shit from Fonte and Little Brother, bitch. You was a Dilla dick rider back then when you finally realized who these niggas were. When you came out of your ice ivory Canadian fucking tower before you knew how to say nigga properly, okay? So I don't hear none of this shit. You were never the fucking guy. You was never the guy. So yeah, you made your career off of titties and ass and misogyny and fake gangster shit and ballads and singing this. I don't like when you I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like when you act tough. Like your whole career, you've basically been a Pied Piper Jr. So like the audience, your own fans don't even want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear you go bar for bar. They don't want to hear triple and quadruple entendres. You're not that guy. You was never that fucking guy. You would never be that fucking guy. You need to go back to what the fuck you was doing. You truly need to act unbothered like Lil Yachty lied and said that you was acting like. You really need to go figure out what the fuck being unbothered really look like. Because I mean, I can say all the shit I want about J. Cole, but that nigga's truly unbothered. He did go about his fucking business. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna be quiet. Exactly. I'm gonna walk on the beach. I'm gonna ride my bike. I'm gonna go be fake humble over here somewhere because I don't need niggas further tearing into my ass. So I'm just gonna go sit down. And that's what the fuck you needed to do. After you dropped that terrible Heart Part 6, you just needed to disappear. And honestly, if you would have disappeared, we heard nothing, and then he would have came out with Nokia, completely. Because Nokia, as much as I hate the second part of that, the first part is good. The first part of the song is actually good. So
yeah, I like it. I don't ever want to talk about it again. Like I'm burnt the fuck out, bitch. Like I don't have anything else to say. I don't have any new thoughts about it. Like I want people to let it go. Like, and I know we can't because the nigga keeps going to court. And like you said, please, prejudice. Because seriously, like I didn't know we had to make you stop talking about it. Like I thought you would just be excited. Like, yes, please. You know, let's be quiet. Like you said, pop out, Nokia. No, nigga, it would have been a little rumblings here and there. Like, yeah, you know, that nigga's still ain't shit. But this just dragging. This fucking just unsufferable journey that we're going on. It's like, my God. Like, it was already like, I'm not gonna say hard to watch while you was getting your ass whooped like that, because it was enjoyable, but there was still some like, damn. And now it's just like, bitch, all right. You're beating the fuck out of a dead horse. Just beating the fuck out of it. And I'm just like, please, like, we're going on year fucking 3 of this shit. And we don't have no new things. We don't have no new facts. Just straight up, you are fucking throwing a fit because you lost. And it's just, my God, like it's really exhausting. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Then you got Cole over here and you got his side. I'm like, I just can't get away from it. I can't get away from it. I want to, because it's just like shit. Like there's really nothing else for us to talk about, y'all. Damn.
And the fucked up thing is, even if Kendrick comes out with music and like is when we're all removed, we're still gonna be dissecting his shit. Like, oh, is that a shot? Because now, especially because Coleman came out and did all these fucking interviews, and he still got this lawsuit. Like, because the other 2 niggas is still like, so it's just unfortunately these men are tethered to each other
for life.
And I hate that for us. I hate that for them.
I hate it for absolutely everyone. You know, I don't know that Kendrick really thought this through. I know he did, but I don't know that he was like, damn, this shit about to go on for a long time.
I would say yes and no, right? I think in his logical brain, sure. But also in that crazy Gemini brain, no. No.
Right.
No, bitch, I'm doing what COVID did. They'll never get over it. That nigga knew. He knew this was a long-term, long-suffering shit, you know, because not even just the people in the battle. Look at how people around it, people from other camps, people that had really no dog in the fight, choosing a dog. Denying facts.
That's y'all cool.
I don't think this should be a part of the culture anymore. Well, I don't even think culture is a real word anymore. Whoa, how the fuck we get here? How did we?
That's what I'm saying.
Here?
Wow.
How did we get to these thoughts?
Wow.
Them 2 niggas had problems beef for 12 years, nigga, and it played out. The dust is settled. Well, finally settled once we get rid of this fucking lawsuit. And then we can all move on with our lives. But saying that I don't think it should be a part of the culture anymore, and all because of what happened, and there's no more culture. Again, my statement still stands. Only losers want to change the rules.
I agree.
It's simple. Only
agree.
losers want to change the rules, and I'm sick of this shit. No more.
Let's talk about another loser.
So many losers. So many losers.
Oh, it's not sharing? Fuck. Why isn't it sharing? Okay, hold on. One more time. There. There's another loser here. The Home Office has withdrawn. Oh, let me start over. Wireless Festival has officially been canceled after Kanye West is blocked from entering the UK. The Home Office has withdrawn Gay's ETA, denying him entry into the United Kingdom. As a result, Wireless Festival is canceled and refunds will be issued to all ticket holders. As with every Wireless Festival, multiple stakeholders were consulted in advance of booking and no concerns were highlighted at the time. Anti-Semitism in all its forms is abhorrent, and we recognize the real and personal impact these issues have held. As Ye said today, he acknowledges that his words alone are not enough, and in spite of this, still hopes to be given an opportunity to begin a conversation with the Jewish community in the UK. Well, we talked a little bit about this, how, people were pulling out of the Wireless Fest and Pepsi, and I think I saw PayPal, and it was just like they were just dropping like flies.
We just don't want our logo up. We still support, just don't put our logos up. We're not gonna
understand that.
Like, pick a side, bitch. Don't either way.
Right. They got half in, half out. I really do not have many thoughts on this. We talked a little bit about this Sunday and about, I guess not necessarily who deserves forgiveness, but just like at what point do we say enough is enough? And I think not that I have a solution, but I think that you and I, we finally came up with a possible solution, right? It's not that Kanye can never be forgiven. It's just that every time you apologize, you turn right back around and do something. You don't give no time or space to show growth, to show real acknowledgement and real reflection on your actions and things that you've said. It is nice that you apologize. It is, to whoever the fuck. If you feel like he apologized to you or not, you apologize, great. If that's what you think that was enough, fine. Where people, not just Kanye, I mean everybody who does some fuck shit and has to come apologize, you have to give time in between the fuck shit and the new you. You cannot just expect to turn around and make money with people or be cool with people or do whatever the fuck with people right after this bullshit. It has only been a couple of months, really. It ain't even been a year, I think, since the last time you came out into the press. And so it just, for me, and I think for you too, if it has been, like you said, you ain't got the time, but if you did, if it was 10 years and we didn't hear nothing from Kanye at all, except for goodness and blessing and praise the Jewish community, just like if all that we saw was positivity for like a solid 10 years, I don't think that anybody would be upset about you doing your Wireless Festival. It is because you are doing this right after the fact, and you have done this quite often. So we need to give it time to see change. We need to give it time to see that you actually, again, acknowledge what you did and that you want to change that and you don't want to ever do it again. Again, not just for you, Ye, for all y'all out there who do some bullshit to offend somebody, if it's in your family or at your job or whatever the fuck on the internet. We need more time. I know that it makes for Kanye, the internet gets over shit in 2 days. So I can also understand you feeling like, oh, well, it's been long enough. It ain't. Not for what you
Right.
say. You maybe for niggas, people can get over what the fuck you said about niggas, but the other community, they gonna hold your ass to the fire for a minute. So just hold your horses. You know what I'm saying? Continue to save your little money that you had in the bank, you know, and you know what I'm saying? Do some community service, some more community outreach. Let some more time get in between these situations, because that's, I think, really the issue.
Yeah, man. Because honestly, when I read that the whole festival, because like I said, we were just reporting, people was just pulling out, right?
Right.
Now the whole fucking thing is canceled. And I'm not gonna lie, when I read that, I cackled so hard. I actually kicked my feet. Like, I was kicking my feet laughing.
Bitch,
Because this is what the fuck you get.
you're so
And not
stupid.
only was it canceled, I think the kicking of the feet came when I saw he was banned from the UK. I was like, oh, yes, yes, because much like what you said, bitch, that ain't it. You thought that was you just thought that was good enough. You thought, oh, you see that little SoFi shit. Because here's the thing, every group has people. Because look at us, we have people that just like, pew, okay, let's check on it. I don't mind.
Yeah.
You did whatever. There's some people like that over there in the Jewish community too. Because let's be clear, these ain't black people that's in charge of none of this shit. And I'm sure quite a few of those white people are either Jewish or have ties to Jewish folks, whatever, right? So you also, if you think about it in the context of history, especially when it comes to that Nazi shit, Europe takes that way more seriously than America does.
Yeah.
Germany is actually ashamed. It is against the law to even pull out a swastika. It is against the law to do anything remotely Nazi over there.
Yeah.
Other European nations that were close to that before America decided to get involved, because that's a whole nother story in itself when you really see why the fuck we even got involved in the first place and all that other bullshit, and leading to why we suck in Israel's dick today. So anyway, all being said is, sir, you cannot run afoul of multiple people and then expect for everything to be okay. You know, especially like you said, you don't do any type of accountability. You don't do any type of real work. Nothing is self-reflective. Everything is explosive. Everything is emotional. Everything is triggered. Everything is half-baked and half thought out, right? So no, these white people don't owe you. The very same people that you always seem to conveniently have a problem with when you can't get no money, you can't get your way, you G'ing in them motherfuckers' faces any other type of day. And you are stupid enough to think that these people are either your friends, or they cool with you, or they're down with you doing silly shit, right? So take, for instance, the Heil Hitler song that he came out with. You also have introduced weird niggas.
I'm still here. I'm just gotta calm down.
Okay. You have also introduced weird niggas into hip hop. We have alt-right motherfuckers. We now have white supremacy motherfuckers. We now have actual Nazis and shit over here because they're a fan of you and the fuck shit that you produce. So much so that Sneeko and Myron and what the fuck is that other motherfucker's name? The little howdy doody looking motherfucker, Nick Fuentes, and fucking Andrew Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And Clavicular, the new little motherfucker on the scene, right? So these motherfuckers got together to go to Miami and have have big fun with the Wretched, right? And on their way there in the Sprinter van, they were playing Heil Hitler, and I mean they were like, turn it up. Oh no, Myron's sick ass, like, turn it up. That's my shit. So everybody was in the van singing, whatever. Then they proceed to go to a club in Miami and ask the DJ to play Heil Hitler in the club. And they're like having a time and all that. But what ended up happening after that night, the mayor of Miami and the city of commerce of nightlife and entertainment in Miami banned all them niggas. They banned each and every one. They can't come back. They can't do shit. Because of your song, they weren't able to go out. So what the fuck make you think you can do the song? Because that's why you were in Hot Water in the first place. He wanted to do several different dates in different countries like a year or two ago. But all the shows falling through because of that fucking song, especially over there in Europe. Like I want to say Brazil. Brazil was like, nah, nigga. It was either Brazil or Spain. One of the two was like, fuck no, you can't come up with that shit. Like, cancel this. They canceled this concert. You know what I'm saying? Because of that song. And no, we don't care even if you promise that you're not gonna play. We don't give a fuck. You made the song and we don't trust you. You're probably gonna do this shit anyway because you Kanye fucking West. And then we'll have to ban you from Spain. Like, you are a motherfucker that is, you don't give a fuck about anything. You are a habitual line stepper. You know what I'm saying? You think that this shit was gravy? No, I'm glad they did. And to all you motherfuckers about to pull that, oh, they're doing this to a black man, suck a dick. Because he deserves what is happening to him. Yes, we all know that. Again, I keep saying this. We all know that the establishment goes harder on black people. So it makes absolutely no fucking sense when a black person thinks they can play the motherfucking games, and then they're shocked by the consequence. They're shocked by the outcome. Well, y'all let the white man do it. Nigga, it's his system. Of course he's able to do it. It's his system. You keep thinking you can be a part of his system. You keep thinking you can do the shit that he do. And then when you get in trouble and you're 10 times held more responsible, then you want to cry, oh, the black man. No, fuck that. You are not a black man once you decide to go against black people. You're not a black woman once you decide to go against black people. You chose your side. You got to stay there. You are literally shitting on the people that made you famous. You fucking over the entire genre that made you get up on that motherfucking stage, nigga. Like, these white people, quite frankly, like, they were probably waiting on you to do something to that effect just so they could fucking do it. You give these white people the gasoline and the torch and then want to know why you're on fire. It doesn't make any fucking sense. So yeah, I'm glad they banned your ass. And much like the conversation we were all having on the patio last night, that's cute, but he still needs white people to do. He will never be free. That's what the fuck he got to get through his mind. That's what the fuck everybody got to get through their mind. If you're not a white man, you ain't never gonna be fucking free. I don't give a fuck if you're in the UK. I don't give a fuck if you
do and say whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, no.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, you can say what you want, but you're going to get the consequence 10 times more. That's the point. Yeah. So, yeah. And he's never going to be independent because that money still got to come from somewhere. He truly could have been independent after the Adidas deal, but he was such a fucking egomaniac that he fucked himself over it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he got maybe a B or two, but that shit is not as liquid as y'all think it is. That shit is tied up in shit. He ain't got, that's like Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not a liquid billionaire. A lot of these people are not liquid billionaires. They are billionaires because they own shit. And the things that they own is worth stock. But they can't pull $1 billion.
But they ain't got right. They ain't got that shit in the closet.
Okay, it ain't
under the mattress.
Okay. And that shit ain't nowhere physical. It's digital. And then that's how these scamming ass, grifted ass niggas be making these crypto coins and shit because they want more money, more imaginary money to add to their fake billions that they already got. So yeah, nigga, you deserve this. You deserve this. Them white people don't have to accept your apology. They ain't got to do shit. You need this system, and they keep proving it to you at every fucking turn. And then when you somehow miraculously get yourself out of this shit, you go right back into the shit.
Well, I think that that wraps that up. I think the last topic that we have is prayers going to Offset for this tragedy. I mean, thank goodness he didn't lose his life. He was shot, was it last night? By Little TJ. And I was trying to find the song that I know from Little TJ. I've heard his name before, but I don't remember.
What's the song called?
Well, this is what Google has said. Google has said sex sounds. Couldn't tell you. That was in 2019. In my head, that's 2022. Too grown, that's 2023. Calling my phone 2021, FN 2019, Brothers 2019, Pop Out 2019, Run It Up 2021, Not in the Mood 2021.
Only song I knew was Stop Calling My Phone. I know that one.
Say again?
Oh shit, you know I ain't got no voice right now. Calling my phone. All I know is that there was one part he was like, and I'm all that. Can't get you off my mind. I can't get you off my mind. I can't get you off my mind. That's how the beat goes. You never heard it? Well, we can't play it on this show, but I'm like, if you pull it up, you're like, oh, I know that song. But that's the only Stop Calling My Phone. That's the only thing I know. And it was giving ringtone. That's the only reason why I kind of.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably a little TikTok jingle or something. But he apparently loaned Offset 50 or close to 50, or maybe no. I think he said that night. Yeah, he said that night he was asking multiple people, so it came out to maybe like 13 or 15. But he himself, TJ, loaned him 10,000. And then
so this
he said
was a year ago he loaned him this 10,000.
Yes.
And so this is the part that confused me about the story, because they making it sound like it's either over this old debt or it's over the casino shit. And I'm like, that's the part that's confusing me. So I'm like, well, which reason did he get shot for? Like, so because when he was telling that story like what happened a year ago.
Right.
About him begging for money. And then the clip of that we're gonna show a fat ass talk, but that's what happened this night. But like, what the fuck that got to do with Little TJ? I'm still kind of confused. Like, did TJ press this nigga about the 10 from previous, or did he like, or was he pressing about like the shit that was happening at casino? So that's the part I'm confused though.
Yeah, I don't either. And which video you want me to play?
That's the only one I sent.
Oh, that long one?
Oh, I still. God damn it.
No, the only one I have is that 11-minute one.
The DJ Academic. Oh, that's because that part is in the 11-minute one.
Okay.
About DJ Academic saying the whole almost being $900,000 in the
right.
whole fuck.
Where he was
the
texting.
Night this night he got shot. So, but to me, it just really just put into perspective that that's just who Offset is. He is a gambling debt. I
carrier. I mean, just Negroism. Because how the fuck did Takeoff get killed? You know, just niggas out here gambling and stuff like that. What the hell? Like, we don't got millions of dollars, but it really doesn't matter because, again, the type of person that you are, the type of frequency that you're omitting all the time, it don't matter what you make, who you married to, got kids with, you're going to blow that money in some way, shape, or form because you don't have no restraint, I guess, or discipline or financial knowledge about what the hell's going on or how you losing money. I think my only real thought about this was I'm glad that he's okay. But then too, I was like, I wonder what Cardi B thought. I wonder if she was like, God dang it. Or if she was like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I genuinely want to know what her thoughts were. And I wonder. Huh?
I don't think it was that one. If anything, like she would be emotional, be like because of the kids, but like I don't
And that's what I
don't
was gonna
think any, like
say.
any like personal, like, oh, like nah, I don't think that's
Right. No, no, no. I
gotta
just mean for the
explain this
kids.
nigga's dying to my kids now. Now my kids gonna be saying they got no fucking daddy. Like I think it was more of an annoyance than anything when she probably heard about it, not like a concern. Like,
Yeah, she's probably like, yeah, no. I don't think she's like, well, no, I ain't gonna say that. Because again, for her children, I
Mhm.
could see her being like, damn, like,
For the babies.
but then it also just being like, "Nigga, what the fuck?" No, but because now he got to be, he got to be babied and he got to be taken care of. And oh, remember he got shot and da, da, da. So now she got to think about. Well, now she just got to hear about it. I'm not saying she got to care, but I'm just saying.
Who finna do that?
I ain't saying she finna care, but I'm just saying that that's what's going to be. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna have to deal with that, and so poor Cardi. Poor
We gotta
Cardi,
get
man.
one of
I mean, poor
those.
Offset too, but just damn, because it's like I know Cardi got that fucking phone call at 3 a.m. It was just like, God, I am still attached.
Oh my God, bro. Anyway, but yeah, I when I seen it come down on my newsfeed, I was like, oh God, because much like you, that was my thought, like, oh, these kids. Because you know what bothers me is that men are just allowed to be so reckless with their lives in ways that women, I won't say aren't allowed to be, but like just really can't sustain. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are moving in a way like you don't have children. You're moving in a way as if you can't go to prison for something. You're moving in a way where you will fuck over your finances and your freedom and not be a good fucking example or a solid, wholesome place for your children to come be. It's kind of like, I'm speculating here, this all legend, but it's kind of like when Future and Sierra that first broke up and stuff, right? And not first broke up when they've been broken up, but she was starting to date like right before she married Russell, right?
Mhm.
And people will kind of speculate and things like that, and the word would be around town. But like the word is kind of the same thing with Halle and DDG too. Like there's always a rumbling about when that child goes over there with the father, he ain't nowhere to be fucking found. He pawns the kid off on the grandma and the aunties and the this and the that. And if they are there, they there for like a little bit. Okay, I gotta go, little man. Da, 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 da. Nigga, you could have did that over FaceTime. Like, what the fuck? I got my own mama. I got my own grandmas. I got my own aunties over here that could have did the same shit that they doing. They ain't doing shit, but what the fuck this is your time to be with your child to make your bond closer. You still pawning the kid off. You barely come around. Like it's like unfortunately, there is this thing about with some men. Once they stop fucking with the mother, they stop fucking with everybody. You're no longer their responsibility. You're no longer their decision unless they want to use this to triangulate against the mom, unless they want to try to make the mom look bad. They want to sow distrust and discord.
Control the mom.
Okay, they want to sow discourse and distrust between the relationship between the mom and the kids, and then the kids believe it because you're with mom 24/7 where there's rules, there's regulations, you have to do this, you have to do that. And when you go over daddy's house, if he's there, you get to eat cake for breakfast and you get to stay in the same clothes for 3 days and you get to just play on the Xbox until your fucking thumbs bleed and you ain't got to read and you ain't got to wash your ass and you don't have to drink water. You can drink all the juice you want. And, like, yeah, like of course it's like that over there because he don't give a fuck because if he actually fuck, it'd be the same shit over here. It'd be the same shit. You're not gonna be able to triangulate and play us against each other. We don't fuck with each other no more, but we both fuck with you. And that's not what you finna do. You know what I'm saying? Same thing is like, you're not gonna disrespect your mother while I'm not here, and you're not gonna disrespect your father while I'm not there. It has to be a united front, but most of the time, like Leslie Jones said, marriage is fucking slavery. And most of the time, you are engaged with a person that has a bunch of expectations of you while they act like they can't do the bare fucking minimum because they can't pick their fucking socks up off the motherfucking ground. You gotta keep telling the motherfucker to take the trash out. What the fuck? What? Because now that I'm married, now that I got you, I ain't gotta do shit no more. The same logic you guys take about women letting themselves go and not keeping themselves up. You do the same shit. You stop being nice, you stop complimenting, you stop doing, you stop being considerate, you stop being compassionate, stop doing all the things that I liked about you, the intangible shit that I liked about you before this little motherfucker got here. Before you got me barefoot and pregnant. Okay. So yeah,
That's really it. I feel like even marriage ain't necessarily even a thing. It's them kids. Once that nigga had that kid by you, oh bitch, you can really hang it the fuck up. All that shit. The I don't give a fuck meter is off the charts.
Nobody suffers more but the kids. And then you want to grow up and then say the phone works both ways.
I was just watching this. Was it I Am Zoe? He is always talking about these people, King Kaiser and what's her name, Nessa or Nisa or something like that. And I forget the girl's name. But anyway, King Kaiser and Nessa or whatever, they used to have like a family YouTube channel, and then they broke up, and then he got with this other light-skinned lady, and then they had kids, and she thought she's the new mom.
She is when she got pregnant, I think with her daughter, where she's like, I thought she'd be lighter or some shit like that.
Did she say that? She's the type of person that would say some stupid shit.
I think that's how I came to know who these people are, because that shit went viral years ago.
Well, he and her moved to Thailand, and Neek, that's her name, Neek, who's the mom of Kaiser's baby. Neek had just, I guess, texted him recently offline. Like, she didn't bring it to the line or anything like that. She just texted him offline, was like, hey, Kaiser had said something the other day to me that I think, you should know about. He feels abandoned. Like, you just kind of left him here for dead. And, if you could just come out here just by yourself for 1 week so that he can feel, appreciated, or like, again, that he's special, you still care about him and all this stuff. This nigga Kaiser gets online and starts telling everybody, yeah, she texted me this, she said this, and I told her to call me so we could talk about it, because it sounded like in the text you had attitude, and I just want to make sure that the attitude wasn't that and third. And you want me to come out there, but why my son can't live out here? He can live out here, okay? We got him for 6 months and and this, and it's like, nigga.
What LeBron say? Did I say I don't like black people? That's what this is giving.
Literally, just went right.
Laundry list of shit, because you guilty, bitch.
And you did leave your son there for dead. I'm sorry. Like, I know that sounds harsh to say, but I really wish that parents would stop fucking sugarcoating it with their kids with this bullshit just because you don't want to sound like a shitty parent. You're doing shitty parent shit, but you don't want to sound like a shitty parent, so you don't want to say, hey, well, I do live 7,000 miles away, Kaiser, and I can't really come see you, and I don't call you every day. I only call you during the times, court and everything like that, because your mom will let you come stay with me. And it's like, it has nothing to do with that, bro. At the end of the day, yes, you are able to go off and live a new, let me not say new. You are able to move on if you and the baby mama don't work out or whatever, but you still have a responsibility. That responsibility does not just disappear and go away. That commitment doesn't just disappear and go away. And your detachment that you have now because you don't fuck with the mom anymore is going to fuck up your relationship with your son. And you're going to try to box it up under the guise that the mom never let you see him and never let you live there and da-da-da-da-da. But you could do just as much to be in your kid's life as you're trying to go off and not be. And it's like, quite honest, like, you could do so many little things. You could write niggas letters. Niggas love the most stupidest shit. I promise you, when someone just wants to feel loved and appreciated, I mean, the smallest acts of service could go a long way, but again, the selfishness and the lack of self-awareness on both ends, because I genuinely feel like also Neek is kind of slow. but it's just like, you know, at the end of the day, you're the mom. So it's just like, this is the person that y'all ended up dealing with and doing this with. So it would just be in your best interest to try to figure it out. I know it looks like they are trying. Poor Kaiser. He's just like, bitch, I don't even want to be on YouTube. Like, how I just was bored, nigga. Like, here we are, Bob's on, and then y'all put him in the middle, and she's like, Kaiser, you don't want to go live there, do you? He's like, well, I do like basketball. See, he like basketball. Do you want to come out? It's like, oh my God, this poor baby.
You know what's
funny? It just brought me to it just triggered me because I hate parents that do this with the kids, and the kids just they're in the middle.
It's funny that you say that. You think was it Nick? You think Nick is you think she's a little slow, because I seen a TikTok several weeks ago, and it was this guy. He's like, look, I'm in education, okay? I see a lot of moms come in, and he said, I just got to talk to the men for a second. I think some of you guys intentionally go after women that you know are not, that are slow. Like, some of these women are actually not bright, but like there's a block. Like, you are not
like a delayed.
Yeah, very delayed. Okay. And these guys say, well, you know, shit, she got fat ass, whatever. You end up having sex with this woman and impregnating her. And then I have to explain shit to her. I have to spoon feed shit to her. And then her child is not doing that well. And it's just like, yeah, because like, y'all intentionally go after women that you know that you can use, that you can get something out of, or women that you think you can use, because sometimes it blows up in your fucking face. Because that's what's happening to Offset. It's just gonna blow up in your fucking face. Everybody ain't a dummy. Everybody ain't slow. There are some people that have a little bit more forgiveness and grace in them that allow you to keep doing said shit, but at some point they're like, nah, I ain't with that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was kind of funny, but I'm like, there is some truth to it, because it's like, I'm not attracted to a motherfucker that can't read at a certain level. I'm not attracted to a motherfucker that can't reason. I'm not attracted to a motherfucker that don't know nothing about world, like some sort of science or history, or at least able to connect the dots. I'm not attracted to motherfuckers that don't know how to comprehend. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you know you're not attracted to that stuff, and you see that as a weakness for you to take advantage of people, you are a special piece of shit. So that way, that doesn't surprise me. This is how you were able to treat your children. This does not surprise me that you were able to just get up and go start a new life with somebody else. It doesn't surprise me that you could cheat on your wife because she gained some weight. This doesn't surprise me that, you know, a 16-year-old seduced you. It don't surprise me. It don't surprise me at all. You are 360 trash through and through, top to bottom. It's cellular. It's in your DNA. Like, you's a trash ass nigga.
And they be knowing that. And I think that that's part of the reason why Offset behaves the way he behaves, because he has low self-esteem. You know, he tries to project like he doesn't, and like he's just this super confident person and has everything together. But it's like, nigga, you was in the hole like $800,000. That gambling bill was astronomical. Like, bitch, I get shaky if my gas bill is $80. Okay, I'm like, oh shit.
This nigga was texting the host back and forth like, use more chips, can I use more money? Then they're like, you're a fiend.
Your shit is at 800,000. He's like,
you
give me 500,000 more.
$1 million.
You don't need 5,000 more. You don't need 500 more. You need to stop. You need to stop. And I'm not going to say that that's why little TJ popped you, but I mean, if you had to be stopped. Like, you're just going to keep going and keep going and keep running yourself into the ground. And again, I don't want to say it like that, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like the energy that you're giving off, it's just giving that you don't really want to be here. You know what I mean? That you're kind of causing things to put you in a place of no return. So I hope that in this situation you get healing, just not even for your body, but for your mental. That it's just really time to calm down. Like everybody.
And it's crazy because like I saw a nice little video essay about the Lamar Odom thing, and it's very much what you said, very much that. Like you are just a person that is trying to end your life in some sort of way. You want this shit to stop. You want it to end because you are very indifferent, very selfish, very like. Because when you told me that nigga, after learning how to walk again, went back to smoking crack, I said, "Oh, okay, oh, okay. You don't like being alive. You thought that was going in my mind. People that do things like that, they want to go out in a final blaze of glory. It's like I smoked and I drank and I snorted and I sexed and this is how I'm gonna go out. I want to go out like this. You know what I'm saying?" And that's real sad because most likely these people are coming from their parents also have like abusive things, whether it be sexual or drug or drinking or whatever. Like there's some sort of hereditary trauma that is being passed down on top of being done to you. Like it's you get to a very dark mental place where like, well, fuck it. The bucket gets real. They say the saxophones get louder. The saxophones are just like, fuck it. I'm gonna just, go off the rails. But you need help. You're crying for help. You're crying out for help.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Your kids are gonna suffer because you're being fucking selfish. And you out here. And then last point I'm gonna say, just like I told Fatademics, you old niggas gotta stay out of young niggas' business. You cannot socialize with these young niggas in the same way that you socialize with these old niggas. These old niggas is pussy like you. Y'all can go jaw jag back and forth. Hold me back, hold me back, hold me. Y'all can do that shit all day long. Young niggas ain't gonna have that. Even Lil TJ said, I have to watch how I get upset because I got niggas with me that's gonna take it too far. You feel me? I don't even have to do shit. The niggas with me finna take it too far. You know what I'm saying? And then in this situation, he took it too far. Thank God, like said, nobody died. Just like Pooh Shiesty. These young niggas we have failed them. We have failed them, okay? We have failed them by not really drawing a clear distinction between lyrics and reality. Like, we know our age bracket, anybody 34, 35 plus, whatever, we know because we understood. So that's when like J. Cole talking about the persona thing. We get it to a certain point, but when you don't make it clear, people will start to think that's what it is. When you don't say, hey guys, this is like even the fucking Drake thing right now. You got these white people saying, hey, bruh, just because your feelings is hurt, that's not what the fuck happened. This is not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta make the clear distinction that this was a rap battle. This man was not physically threatening you. He never pulled up on you, none of that type of shit. He kept it on the wax. These young niggas, it's like AI, they don't know the fucking difference. It's hard to tell the difference. They think because Jay-Z and Lil Wayne and all these niggas said things about selling drugs and shooting niggas, blah, 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 blah. That's what the fuck you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. And then the young niggas probably saw that, you old niggas be lying. I bet you I ain't gonna lie in my rap. I bet you I'm gonna stand on business. I bet you I ain't gonna go out with these old hoe ass niggas. And then that's how we get here. While you playing, you personifying, you signifying, you doing all that, I this and I that. These little niggas like, All right then, bitch. What's up then? And they like, hold nigga, hold on, young nigga. No, ain't no hold on, young nigga. Ain't no hold on, you little young nigga. All that little hold on, young nigga shit was dead. If you don't get these niggas ear by the 5th grade, they gone. Okay? They fucking gone. And then you being an accomplice to your own son's fucking caper to go back to prison, that lets me know you older niggas ain't got it either. So I think that's it.
Yeah, the prayers for the whole family, because nobody wants to see that. Honestly, it's just too much going on.
It really is.
Like, my God, I was like, another super salacious headline. Like, it's been all week, all fucking week. It's on Tuesday. The fuck. Anyway, well, you guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys were amazing today. Lots of comments, lots of likes, lots of viewers. We really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody who's been subscribing and following, whether it's here, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok is going up. Love that. Love that. Let's see. We will be back here Thursday for our other round of Just a Sip. And I think that's all the church announcements. So my name is Jasmine J, aka the Wine Goddess.
I am Kiki, the Countess of Cabernet. Please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, and hype up the video. As we said, there's going to be more content coming, more Patreon exclusives coming and everything. And we will see you guys on a Thursday. We'll taste you later.
Bye-bye.